welcome and happy Wednesday night. Tonight's broadcast is going to be a third part of our series this week about anxiety. And tonight we are going to talk about leaving some of our concerns or burdens or anxieties or problems behind. If you are new, welcome. My name is Diane, and this is a topic that we deal with a lot in our intermittent fasting groups here on Facebook and in the courses that I teach. And so I deal with this a lot on a daily basis with a lot of women. And so I thought I would bring it to the public forefront here and have a discussion with you all in our live broadcast. So like I said, this is part 3. Part 1 and part 2 are either in a video recording on YouTube, or you can find them on my Facebook page in the video section. Please take a second as you are jumping on to say hello. Let me know where you're tuning in from, and also let me know if you are one of the members of one of the courses that we teach on intermittent fasting, what group you're in, and if you have any questions or comments, feel free to post those while I'm speaking, and then at the end I take some time and we have a little discussion, and I welcome everyone to the broadcast. So like I said, my name is Diane, and for the past 25 years I have been helping women find nutritional plans and fitness programs to help them look and feel their best and live their most authentic life. And that is really the goal that we have here. And this amazing community of women, we are just trying to do our best to get through life with the satisfaction and the feeling and the confidence of looking and feeling our best, and doing that through some authenticity. And so we are using intermittent fasting as a means to heal our body, not only physically and through some health issues that some of us are facing, but what we're finding is that we're doing a lot of emotional and mental healing as well. And that's why we're talking about anxiety this week. So just a little recap. This discussion kind of sparked some interest for me and sharing it here with this group, because it was something that we learned this week at our church. We attend Gateway Church here in South Lake, Texas. And we had a guest speaker there this weekend. His name is Max Lucado. I know a lot of you are very familiar with him and enjoy him as much as we do whenever he speaks at our church. And he was talking on the subject of anxiety, and he has written a book called Anxious for Nothing, if you would like to dive into some deeper, thought and maybe some teachings about what you can do if you find that you are anxious about some things in your life. So I passed along the scriptures that I'm going to reference to this talk to Kara. So she will post them in the comment section. I know you had asked for that last night, and I apologize that I didn't think beforehand and have those readily available for you guys. So she'll post them from tonight, and then what we'll probably do is go back to the recordings from Monday and Tuesday and re-reference those scriptures as well. So if you want to go back and do a little deeper study, you can do that as well. So tonight we're going to talk about leaving our burdens behind, or our troubles behind, or our problems behind, or even maybe some of the things that happened to us behind. And I know for a lot of women, when it comes to food, it's a very emotional situation, and it's very deep, and it's very real. And we tend to be conditioned to respond to food in certain ways because of how we were brought up through our life, or how food was placed in our life as a means of soothing and or healing. And then oftentimes food can be used as a reward. It can be used as a punishment. It's always used as a celebratory type of thing. And leading up to the holidays, we're really working on making sure that we keep our sense of what it is that we want for ourselves, as we're going to be surrounded with these opportunities to maybe have some emotional things rise up to the surface because of some people we might be associating with from our past, and or just the fact that it's going to be in abundance. And a lot of times when you are sort of considered the outcast in a group of people, doing something good for yourself like intermittent fasting can be the thing where your friends can raise their bully mentality, or a lot of times, especially woman to woman, it can be a very mean situation where people want you to feel like an outcast and feel like an outsider, and can criticize and bully you for choosing to do something that they may not be aware of, they may not have any knowledge of. And so since they're uncomfortable with it, they take that out on you. And that is what I call reverse bullying or reverse discrimination, because you're trying to do good and then people outcast you as a bad person. So we're going to talk a little bit about that tonight as well. So let's go back to the emotional eating aspect of kind of anxiety and learning how to leave some things behind. And last night we talked about asking for help and kind of giving some things away to a higher power, whatever that higher power is for you, or maybe a mentor or a close friend, and just releasing yourself of whatever it is that's holding you back. And that's going to really play true here today. If something happened to you, or you experienced something, or you were conditioned a certain way with food as you were being raised, and I know I grew up in the you're going to eat everything on your plate sort of mentality in family, that those things can really keep you in bondage and really hold you back from whatever it is you're deciding for yourself as a grown-up woman today. And we have to be able to put ourselves in a position where we can make a connection to that. We can recognize that, take some responsibility for it, and then let it go. And that letting go part of it is really where you're going to cast those burdens away and really release yourself from the bondage of something that someone else decided for you when you were maybe in a position where you couldn't make decisions for yourself. But now here we are, grown-up women. And so we don't have to live by those decisions or those conditions or those bondages or those whatever rationales were placed upon us when we were in a different position, or in a position where maybe we weren't able to make decisions for ourselves. And once you kind of realize that and walk yourself through that process, it really is an opportunity for you to release some things and shake it off, pause, take a deep breath, and then go, today, I'm going to start to live my life a little differently, and I'm going to live it by my terms. And you can really start making decisions for yourself on your own behalf, because that's what you're deciding to do. And you can let some of those things go in the past. And you don't have to necessarily bring up a bunch of stuff if that's not what you need to do to kind of heal yourself or let things go. You can literally just make a decision. Today, I'm going to start living my life a little differently. Today, I'm going to live my life based on the boundaries that I'm setting for myself. Today, I'm going to live my life by the guidelines that I want to live by, for, and with from this day forward. And you can just make a decision to let it go. You don't have to mull around in it for too long, or, like I said, drudge up a bunch of stuff from the past that might be painful. You can just decide. And that's really how you leave things behind. It's almost like taking a bag of clothes to the Goodwill, or leaving your trash out on the street on whatever day your trash service comes, or donating some things away, or giving some things away, or selling a bunch of crap at a garage sale. You just rid yourself of it. You don't need to explain it to anybody. You don't need to justify it to anybody. You are making these decisions based on what it is you want for your life from this day forward. Once you make that decision, then you can own it. And then once you own it, you can live by it. And then every day from that decision-making day forward, you can live your life differently. And you don't have to go back to resorting to those things that put you in a position of maybe a little self-destruction or self-pity, or that bondage that's going to hold you in that place that's going to keep you from being the woman that you want to be. I know I had to go through this process myself. Trust me, when we moved from one state to another, when I left that state I was living in before, there was a lot of stuff that I left behind, and I refused to carry it with me to this new place me and my family were living. And it was a momentary sort of sad decision in the fact that you're leaving a lot of stuff behind, but the stuff that I was leaving behind was very damaging, was very toxic, and it wasn't going to allow me to be free to be the woman that I wanted to be. And once I made that decision and stopped looking back and really made the decision to only move forward, so many great things opened up for me in my life, in my heart, because I was open. I was open to receive things in because the stuff from the past was no longer blocking me off. And it's a really cool exercise to put yourself through, and it's a really good opportunity to just move forward. Looking back and living in the past and letting the past things that happened to you hold you hostage gives whatever it is that happened to you the power over you and the victory over you. And if it was something that that damaged you, or something that makes you sad, or something that really kind of keeps you at that place that you're not comfortable with, then that thing's winning over you. And you want to be free of that so you can win, so you can create the victories for yourself, and you can really move forward. And there's an opportunity for asking for help for that too, and just saying, I'm getting rid of these burdens, and you cast them away. You give them to the higher power that can manage them and can hold them for you and can really free you, I guess is the best term that I can say of those things. So I'm going to share with you the verses that Max Lucado shared with us, and I'm sure Kara is going to post them for us as well. But it's Philippians chapter 4, verse 6, and that verse is really the verse that is the cornerstone to this whole 4-day talk that I'm doing here, and what he was talking about with us at our service on Saturday. And then he also references 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 12. And so let it go, just let it up, I guess is the better thing to say. And I know when I went through this process, and I just prayed all the stuff away that was kind of holding me back and making me feel anxious, and making me feel bitter, and making me feel resentful, and making me feel like just not happy deep down inside. And there's this amazing thing that happens when you release all of that, and you really are free, and you really are open, and you really can take in the good and pause long enough to feel something great, or appreciate the people that you're around you. And when you're all tight and you're all anxious, there's not a lot of extra energy or extra room in your heart to be gracious, because you are so self-consumed by all the bad. And if you can get rid of the bad, then you have so much space in you and everything that you are for all the good things and all the things that we want to be grateful for. If we're always bitter about the past and we're holding on to those feelings, then we don't have the energy or the space to be grateful for the present. And if we're not grateful in the present, it's hard to anticipate or expect or work toward things in our future, because we're too far stuck in the back. So what I would love you guys to do is practice a little bit of this if you can over the next few days. See if there are some things that you can just pray away, think away, meditate away, whatever it is that you do to practice those kind of things. See if you can just find a release and let it go, and then make a decision that from this day forward, you are going to be the deciding factor of what your day is like, what your life is like, what you decide to do for yourself, and you're going to take ownership for all the good in your life and let all the bad just be what it was back in the past. So I'm going to check in on you guys and see who's here. I'm going to go to Facebook first, so YouTube, hang on for just a second. I'm going to see who is in here today, and welcome everyone. See if we have any comments and questions. Miramar, hello from San Diego. Leslie from Nashville, welcome. Marcia from Kansas City, good to have you here. Cindy from Utah. Elise from Oklahoma. Kara put the book a reference in the comments, so you guys can check that out if you want to look at it. Sharon, Food Sci. Gina, hi Diane, checking in from Yorba Linda. I was in the July 29th and alumni course, love both courses. I just went back through the first course again and really let it sink in. Awesome, Gina. I think that's great. And, in both of the courses I referenced, personal development books and how to read nutrition books and those kind of things. And going through a course like this, the intermittent fasting course, more than once, when you're in a different emotional state and you're in a different experience place in your life, you'll hear things differently and you'll hear things more openly because you've already experienced some parts of it. So that's why we make the course a lifetime opportunity for you guys to have access to it, because I want you to go through it several times, because you'll pick up little nuances that you missed when maybe you were closed off and skeptical the first time through. Once you've experienced some wins, once you've experienced some fasting, once you've experienced some opportunities with making friends in the group, you'll go back through the course and you'll listen to the information and you'll hear it and receive it in a completely different way. So good job going back through that. I'm super excited that you're picking up some new stuff. Patty from the UK, good to see you too. It's late there, I'm guessing. So, or is it early in the morning? I can never remember. Nicole, I need to let it go. Yes, girlfriend, you do. And you need to check the video I did. I did a live video in our alumni course today, and I talked about you. So I need you to go check that out if you haven't done that yet. Tamara, you are welcome. Thanks for being here. Tracy Ann, P31 online Bible study is doing a current study on Max Lucado's Anxious for Nothing book now. It's really good. Oh, that's awesome to hear. I think I should probably buy the book myself. I'm one anxious person most of the time. I'm trying to be really good at it, and letting go a bunch of stuff from my past has really helped me be at peace with who I am as a woman. I think a lot of the stuff that I had going on was not feeling like I was my own woman, because I had some very strong female relationships in my life that weren't necessarily healthy. And I think when I got rid of those, I was really able to be my own woman in my own space, the kind of wife I wanted to be, the kind of mother I wanted to be, and let go a lot of that struggle that I had. So it is a really freeing feeling. Let's see, Maria, would my past, along with not moving forward, stop me from losing weight while IF, even though I feel I'm doing good? I only started my IF Forever lifestyle 3 weeks ago. It could. I don't know. It all kind of depends on what's going on with your hormones and your emotions. And remember, your emotions are directly connected to your hormones. So sometimes when we're feeling hesitant or resistant to something, that can hold us back from seeing the results that we want to see. And that's why with intermittent fasting, I always say just trust the process and kind of close out some outside influences and just focus on what it is that your body is telling you. When you're focusing on letting your body tell you what to do, and you let your body lead you, and you kind of just step out of the way, amazing things will happen. So if you're feeling like anxious about it, or you're feeling skeptical about it, or you're questioning a bunch of things, it's kind of hard for your body to do what it needs to do. So you really have to find some peace and just let it go and just relax in it, and know that your body is an amazing machine and it's designed to really take care of itself. We get in the way. So if you really believe that, and you really understand that, and you live by that, then you should start seeing some pretty great results, because your body's going to do what you're trusting it to do. So there's a big trust factor that goes on with this as well. Sandy, you are welcome from Wisconsin. Tamara from Illinois. Gina, this really hit me hard. I've been like this way too long. Thank you for touching on this great subject. We'll listen again and again. Awesome, Gina. So good to have you here. Carol, hi. You are so inspiring. Thank you, Carol from Canton, Georgia. Carol, thank you for being here, and I appreciate you saying that. Jackie, hello from Ontario, Canada. Good to have you guys all here. Let me see my peeps over here on YouTube. Linda, good to have you back with us tonight. Pam from Fresno, nice to see you here. Renee, nice to have you. Tamara, thanks for discussing this. You are so welcome. Linda, perfect timing, Diane. Awesome, Linda. I'm so glad. Kara put the scripture references in the comments. You guys can go back and look at those. And if you guys want to, you can go to gatewaypeople.com. And Max Lucado was the last service that we did. They tape all of those. You can just get those right online. You can actually listen to his sermon, and you can get the download of the notes from it too, with all the scripture references. So you can have that as a little note if you want to go a little farther. So that's definitely never a problem either. So super easy to do. It's like everything else in life. You just make a decision and then you follow through with it. So it's okay to let go of some things that don't make you feel good. It's okay to let go of some things from your past that other people had decided for you. If you pray it away, let it go, make a decision that from this point forward you stop looking back and you only look forward, and you're grateful for the things that are in your present so that you can anticipate great things for your future, amazing things will happen for you. And it really does help us with everything else that we're trying to do in this community, and that's live a healthy life. Stress, anxiety, regret, tension, what is the word I'm thinking of? When you're feeling bad toward someone else for doing something to you or exposing you in a way, or just that bitterness that we feel is just this ugliness that we really need to let go of. And you see it a lot in the mean women, right? The mean girls. I trust me, in this environment I get attacked a lot. So does my dear right hand woman, Kara. Like, you guys would be amazed at some of the things that women say and do to us. And I always think to myself, like, oh, how sad of a life this poor woman must have had to be just so deeply cruel to another woman, especially a woman that you don't even know. And we want to make sure that we don't ever become that type of woman or present ourselves in that way or react in that kind of way. And the only way that you can really guarantee that you're never going to be that mean woman that's spiteful to other women or mean to other women or purposely leave other women out of things or cut them off from stuff, like, that stuff happens every way. It's like every day. It's like, sixth grade lunchtime nastiness that women can do to grown women. And I think the best way to make sure that we don't carry that angst with us is to really just let some stuff go so that we can be free and we can take every day as a fresh new day with great opportunities of looking forward instead of always reacting because of something that happened in our past. So resentment. There you go. Tamara, thank you so much. Sorry for the multiple posts. I was there and then on YouTube and then popped over here. No, that's okay. Don't worry about it at all. And thank you. Yeah, resentment. Like, resentment is that thing that will just completely stifle you. It'll hold you captive. It won't allow you to love. It won't allow you to experience, and it won't allow you to just be open for new opportunities and new people. And so just let it go. Make a decision, let it go. Okay, let me see if there's anybody else over here on YouTube I need to say hello to or answer a question from. Nope. We are all set. Awesome. Okay. Tomorrow night we'll close it up with our fourth topic, and I don't remember what it is. I'm sure Carol will post it because I just said that, but it'll close it out tomorrow. And like I said, if you guys want to go see the actual church part of this, you can go to gatewaypeople.com. You can check the service out there. You can download some notes. All the scripture references are there. And then Kara always posts the book reference on both places too. So if you guys want to go get the book, I think it would be a great read. I'm probably going to add it to my list for 2018 as well. So let's see, Pamela, what was the gateway info? So the gateway info, I believe it is gatewaypeople.com or maybe .org. I don't know. Kara, what is it? Gatewaypeople.org or .com? I don't know. And she just said something. Just breathe. It's just food and time. Right. Don't let intermittent fasting stress you out or freak you out. It's literally just picking a time of your 24-hour day and saying, this is the time. It's gatewaypeople.com. Yeah. So www.gateway, so GATEWAY, people.com. Cool. And then the topic for tomorrow that's the topic for tomorrow. Oh, the topic for tomorrow. Thanks, Kara. You guys, I don't know what I would do without Kara. She is like absolutely amazing. Okay, Tracy Ann just put a post. Awesome. You guys are awesome. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so tomorrow's topic is just breathe. It's just food and time. And we'll talk about how we can get through some of this anxiety that we're feeling with our intermittent fasting, and some things that we can do to help with some of the things that we're anxious about, and some of the things with our past, with what we're doing right now today, and what we're planning for our future, and what we're planning for our future healthy self, by just learning how to breathe and realizing that everything that we're doing is just based on a time and some food. And we're going to really simplify it, and we'll break it down for you guys so that starting after tomorrow, we'll have a full picture of what we're doing. Hopefully you guys go do the reference that we just talked about, and then we can start fresh, and we can go, like I said, into this holiday season, not only physically healthy, but mentally healthy and emotionally healthy as well, because 2018 is going to be the year that we, as this amazing group of healthy women, are going to just rock it. And we won't have to carry any of our extra baggage with us to 2018, because we're just going to leave it all behind in 2017. And it's going to start with what we're learning this week. So thanks so much for jumping on with me tonight, you guys. I look forward to closing this out with you tomorrow. If you are in our alumni course, make sure that you check the page, the Facebook page today, because I posted a little sneak peek of a recipe I'm going to be posting for you guys next week. And I also went live in there today, and we talked about some things about trying to be perfect and how much better it is to just live authentically. And if you're in my current students group, you're going to love the video in the course tomorrow. And then I am going to go live in your group tomorrow, and I'm going to further break down to you today's lesson combined with tomorrow's lesson, and give you guys some great insight about why it is intermittent fasting is such an amazing way to live your life around food. So thanks so much for popping in tonight, you guys, and I will see you tomorrow.